You wanted to travel the world and stop working, but every time you try to hire help, it feels harder than doing everything yourself. You think you hired an expert, and somehow they're still not as good as you. And now you're frustrated. You're redoing work, explaining things over and over, and wondering if hiring overseas just doesn't work. In this video, I'm going to break down the 3 real barriers that stop most business owners from building a remote team, and how to fix them so your team actually makes your life easier, not harder. I've built and led international teams for over a decade, and I've seen this exact problem with almost every client I work with, even the smart, successful ones. And here's the truth most people miss. It's not that your virtual assistant isn't capable. It's that no one ever taught you how to lead across language and cultural differences. Let me show you what's really going on and how to fix it.
Number 1, it's a language barrier. Make sure you record it using a software so that they can bring it back to AI to read the transcription or ask AI what do they really trying to say. So that way you can lower down barrier. And remember to use 4th grade English to communicate with your team and slow down. And a great exercise that I have done in the past is I will always start with a small talk, at least 2-3 minutes, to kind of practice out the English pace. You mirror each other, you understand each other already before you go straight to the point. And then after you're done, what you want to do is you want to ask them to type out the summary of the meeting, okay? The summary of the meeting. So typing down the notes is very important to me. If you are an auditory person, maybe you can tell them to repeat what they just said. But I always like to have it black and white, so it's always typing it down. We want them to type it out. Allow it to take about a week or so to get used to each other's language pattern. If you have worked with a lot of international students or outside your realm, your circle, then maybe it is easier. But again, when the first 30 minutes, you will know whether you guys are syncing up or not. And again, if it doesn't work, you just wanted to let it go and hire another one. Sometimes it might be just better off to just find someone that immediately can understand you. Sometimes you just want them to be really good at what they do, right? If you have a language barrier, and congrats. You know why you have a language barrier? Because they're from another country. That's the reason why it allows you to pay them much cheaper than hiring local employees to do the same work. Point number 2 is the cultural barrier. In the virtual assistant world, they're a little bit more passive. They don't really ask a lot of questions. And in the American culture, especially if you're a business owner, right, we are very vocal about how we feel and we're very quick on doing things. And a lot of time when you're hiring someone, you usually are hiring someone to do the things that you don't like to do. So what it is that they're a completely opposite of you, right? So if you're active, they're most likely passive. If you're extrovert, they're probably introvert. With those 2 shifts, Vivian tell me, hey, I'm frustrated because I tell them, hey, how do you feel? What do you think? And they don't speak up. With the American culture, we are quick to trust and then verify. With the Filipino Asian culture, they actually is trying to earn the trust. They verify first and then they trust. It's a very different, almost like a polar opposite culture. That's why a lot of time when you work with your virtual assistant at the very beginning, they don't usually speak up. They don't usually ask questions. And you're like, why is this so weird? Why you guys are not asking questions? Because they are just not built that way. When I was growing up, my parents tell me, don't ask me any questions, just follow. Whether it's right or wrong, if mommy say so, you just follow. And a lot of them are still in that kind of mindset and that kind of community. That's the reason why we, as a company, we train them on 30 days strong mindset shift to quote unquote Americanize them, get them to have a different mindset because they are amazing. As long as you open them up, they know that they can trust you. If they ask you any questions, they're not going to penalize. They're not going to get yelled at. They will start asking you more questions because they are very smart, very brilliant people. They just need to know that they can trust you, they can believe you, and that's really what you meant. And again, at the first 7 days, first month, they're going to test you out. They're going to be like, should I ask? Should I not ask? And sometimes, like even Monique, who had been with me for 12 years, going on 13 years, she would just say, boss, to be honest, this is how I feel. I was like, are you not honest with me most of the time? Is it just this only time that you're honest with me? She's like, no, that's not what I meant. But again, after 13 years, that's how she truly feels too. Number 1, make sure you're being patient. If you really want to have a new life, you have to have new habit. You have to have new systems, right? Number 1 thing is make sure that you are allowing yourself to be direct. Tell them what you want and how you like to be served because this is your business. There's no guided rules, right? So be very direct, let them know exactly what you want. Make sure that you're always getting the call recorded so they can figure out what is going wrong. You can even ask ChatGPT, hey, I just have this conversation with my virtual assistant. What else do I have to tell them so that they are clear with what needs to be done, right? Or act like a Filipino virtual assistant. Do you understand what I just said? Am I too easy, too hard? Or did you miss some information? You can figure that out too, right? 3, just be more patient, right? Be more patient to allow each other to work it out because, again, you guys come from a totally separate world, from separate countries. And the reason why you'll be able to get a benefit of is technically 1/3 of how you hire a local employees, and they work harder for you after they figure it out together with you. So there's a lot of payoff. There's a lot of amazing outcome if you go through the process. It's kind of like when you're first riding the bicycle. I learned how to ride a bike when I was 40. It was very hard at the beginning. I'm so worried that I'm gonna fall. But as soon as you learn how to ride the bike, it was easy, right? Like things are just flowing and I go so fast, right? And I love it. But the beginning is hard. If you do not want to have a lot of training and you want them to have experience, pay more. If you have a lower budget, you can pay less, but with lesser expectation. And the last thing I wanted to share with you is that they are not you. If they are you, they would have been already a business owner, they would have been already in United States, they would have already been living your life. They wouldn't be applying for a virtual assistant's position. Does it kind of make sense? So I just hope that this video is gonna encourage you to want to continue on with this journey. All right, talk to you in the next video.